welcome to the deep dive.
Yeah.
Today we're tackling something that's moving really fast from, well, science fiction to potentially your brokerage account. We're talking about the growing role of artificial intelligence, AI, and machine learning, ML, in modern trading algorithms.
Yeah.
Think of this as your chance to understand how this tech is changing the financial markets and, maybe how it impacts your investments.
Exactly. And to help us make sense of it, we've been digging into an article from the trading desk at Faida Ventures Ltd.
Okay.
Our mission today really is to pull out the key insights. How are AI and ML actually being used in trading? What could it mean for you as an investor? And, well, let's try to cut through some of the jargon.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah.
So let's dive right in. It feels like a pretty big shift is happening. The article says AI and ML aren't just, buzzwords anymore.
Right.
They're becoming really critical tools in finance today. What kind of jumps out at me is how these automated systems can chew through just massive amounts of data instantly in real time.
It's a huge change, yeah.
Yeah. It feels like a totally different game.
It really is. The sheer amount and the speed of information these algorithms handle is, well, it's kind of mind-boggling. Think about how it used to be done. Human analysts, spreadsheets, reports, right?
That takes time.
A lot of time. Now, AI and machine learning can process data sets, find connections, spot patterns almost instantly. Stuff that, frankly, a whole team of people just couldn't manage.
Okay, and it's not just static, right? It's not like they just look at past data once. The article really talks about this continuous learning thing.
Exactly.
How do they actually keep adapting, using historical data, but also what's happening right now?
Yeah, that's the key. Think of it like maybe a really advanced weather forecast model.
Okay.
It starts with historical climate data, right? But then it pulls in live info, temperature, winds, pressure, all that.
Right, constantly updating.
Constantly refining its predictions based on the new data. Trading algorithms are similar. They learn from every new bit of market information, adjusting their models, tweaking their strategies as the market landscape shifts. It's that ability to learn and evolve that makes them so powerful.
Dynamic, yeah. Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting, I think, for anyone listening who has investments, risk management.
Crucial.
The article highlights how AI and ML are sort of helping navigate the market ups and downs better. How do they actually do that? How do they predict potential problems by seeing these maybe subtle early signs?
Well, it connects back to that data processing power and the continuous learning we just talked about.
Right.
These algorithms are always scanning for anomalies, for slight changes from normal market behavior. By crunching all that data, they can sometimes spot these early warning signs, indicators that maybe suggest a shift or a downturn is coming. And that predictive ability allows for, well, more proactive risk management. Things like automatically adjusting stop-loss orders.
So safety nets, yeah.
Exactly, the trigger points to sell if a price drops too low. Or maybe strategically changing the size of an investment position to lessen potential losses. It's about trying to get ahead of the curve.
Okay, that makes sense. The article also mentions speed, almost futuristic speed, driven by machine learning, especially in markets like Forex.
Oh, yeah.
It says milliseconds can make or break a trade there. How does ML give algorithms that kind of, lightning reaction time?
It's really about the end-to-end automation. From the second the AI spots an opportunity to the actual trade execution, it can all happen faster than any human could possibly react.
Wow.
In markets that are really liquid, moving super fast, opportunities can literally appear and disappear in fractions of a second.
Right.
So the ability of these AI systems to react and trade in milliseconds, that can directly mean capturing profits a human trader would just miss. Simple as that.
So it's not just speed for speed's sake. It's linked to making smarter decisions too, right? The article talks about AI and ML processing tons of variables at once, technical charts, market mood from news, economic data.
Exactly.
Potentially finding insights that, a human analyst looking at just a few things might overlook. It sounds much more comprehensive.
Precisely. Think about traditional analysis. Often you're looking at a few indicators, maybe in isolation. AI and ML algorithms, though, they can look at a huge range of factors all at the same time and see how they connect. So technical indicators like moving averages, sure, but also analyzing news sentiment. Is the buzz around the stock positive or negative?
Right.
Plus broader economic stuff like inflation rates.
That together.
Altogether, it's this kind of holistic, multidimensional view that lets them potentially spot more complex patterns, generate maybe more sophisticated trading signals. The idea is it leads to portfolios that are potentially better positioned for, long-term growth.
Okay. And the article brings up a specific example here, Faida Ventures Ltd. It says they harness the power of AI and ML in their automated trading systems.
Hmm.
What stood out to you about how they describe their approach?
Well, what's interesting is the focus on using these technologies across their whole process. It's not just one part. It's from analyzing market trends right through to executing the trades and managing the risk afterwards.
Integrated then?
Yeah, fully integrated. And they also mention continuously updating their AI and ML model with new data as it comes in.
Ah, that learning aspect again.
Exactly. That iterative process, constantly refining, is really vital to keep these systems effective when markets are always changing.
Right. Now, they also mentioned something I think is really key for investors, transparency, especially when you hear about these complex, maybe black box algorithms.
Yeah, that's a common concern.
How does AI-driven trading, according to Faida Ventures anyway, try to offer that transparency and help investors feel, I don't know, more in control?
Yeah, it's a good point. The aim here isn't necessarily to, like, show you every single line of code in the algorithm. That would be incredibly complex and maybe not even helpful.
Yeah.
Instead, it's more about giving investors a clearer picture of the main factors driving the decisions. So maybe explaining which indicators the AI is weighing heavily right now or what the overall risk settings are for the system.
Okay, the why behind it.
Sort of, yeah. The goal is to build trust, make it feel more like a partnership, even though the trading itself is largely automated,
Mm-hmm.
trying to avoid that feeling of a complete black box.
Okay. So, if we try to boil it all down, the main advantages we've covered seem to be AI and ML bringing more speed,
Definitely.
greater accuracy in analysis,
Mm-hmm.
that crucial adaptability to market changes,
Yeah, the learning.
and ultimately smarter risk management. All things the article suggests could really benefit individual investors looking for, sustainable financial growth.
That sums it up pretty well, I think. The potential upsides are definitely, they're a more data-driven, perhaps more efficient way to handle the markets.
But there's always a but, isn't there?
Usually.
Before anyone gets too carried away, the article includes some important warnings. It says very clearly the info is just educational, not financial advice.
Crucial point.
And it also specifically notes that Faida Ventures Ltd. Is not a regulated entity. Why are these disclaimers so important for you, the listener, to really take on board?
Yeah, this is absolutely vital. It's about caution and doing your homework. AI and ML are powerful, yes, but they aren't magic wands. There's no guarantee of success.
Right.
And the firms using these tools operate under different rules, different levels of oversight. So knowing that Faida, in this case, isn't regulated is a key piece of information.
Yeah.
These disclaimers are just a reminder. You absolutely need to do your own thorough research. And critically, talk to a qualified, regulated financial advisor before making any investment decisions based on this stuff or anything else. It's your money, your responsibility.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, so wrapping up our deep dive today, it seems pretty clear AI and machine learning are fundamentally changing how trading algorithms work.
No doubt about it.
We're seeing big leaps in speed, in the depth of analysis, and how risk is managed.
Indeed. And what's really fascinating is just how fast this field is moving. AI keeps advancing, markets get more data-driven. We're likely going to see even more transformations in trading ahead.
Yeah. Which leads us nicely to our final thought for you to chew on. As AI keeps evolving at this pace, what other big changes might be coming to the financial markets? And, maybe more importantly, how can you as an individual investor best get ready and navigate this changing tech-heavy landscape? Definitely something worth thinking more about, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Food for thought.
Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.